Please welcome Marge Anderson, Chair of the Board, U.S. Green Building Council.
Hi. Happy Greenbuild. Are you having a good day? You are going to have a better day right now. I can guarantee it. I want to share some statistics with you. In 2013, unemployment among post 9/11 veterans in the ages of 18 to 25 was 21%. And even though things have improved since then, young veterans remain the most vulnerable to unemployment. Okay, that's a fact. The fossil fuel transition is a global security issue. Climate change is a security issue. And we don't have enough skilled, qualified people to do all of the high-quality building science work that we need in energy efficiency and in the sustainability movement. So you'd think that there would be an obvious synergy there, right? And today you're going to find out some of the things that are happening. I went to South Florida 2 years ago to the USGBC chapter there to speak at their Gala Verde. And I met the coolest people. I'm not even going to try to hide my bias. I'm crazy about these guys. And it's my great pleasure today to share some of their progress with you, and you're going to get to hear from them as well. So at my desk, I have a Venn diagram, and the 3 circles are dream big, know how to have fun, and get shit done. And if there's anybody that fits right in the middle of that Venn diagram, it is our next speaker. Brian Salas is the founder of the Green Vets Initiative in South Florida, which I think should be a model for every chapter of the U.S. Green Building Council across the country. Yes, they are fundraising right now, folks. And you know, Thanksgiving is coming up. And I know all of you here probably want to say thank you to a vet. So get out your iPad or your pen and pencil, Green Vets on GoFundMe. You could gift them some support to help with their reintegration work that they're doing in their green jobs training for veterans. And when you see these guys, you're going to see why you're going to be glad to have done that on Thanksgiving. This whole question about reintegration has always been interesting to me, and it was Adele Travieso, Brian's colleague, that said to me in a very serious way at Gala Verde, is because when we leave the service, we've lost our mission. Anybody here have a mission worth working for here at Greenbuild? We have it in spades. So I want to bring up Brian Salas. He's an Army veteran. He's done 3 tours. He's a human power plant of energy and inspiration. He's my friend. And I thoroughly support this work, and I encourage you all to support it as well. So please welcome Brian Salas.
All right, here we go. Thank you, Marge, for the warm introduction and for your faithful support of those working to make a difference in veterans' lives throughout the green building movement. I'm honored to have been invited to speak to you today to provide an overview of our USGBC Green Veterans Program. But first, a little background on me. I'm a proud combat veteran who served nearly a decade in the U.S. Army Infantry, with 1 tour in Kosovo and 2 combat tours in Iraq in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom. When I returned to civilian life after my final tour, I found myself, like so many other veterans, void of direction. I did not realize that the minute a veteran gets out of the military, you're disenfranchised from one of the largest and most advanced institutions in the world. You go from a team-focused, purpose-centric lifestyle that is extremely organized and structured into this wide-open world with little support, and into a civilian sector that doesn't fully comprehend the issues that many veterans face. Yes, there are military benefits available to those who have served, but sifting through the paperwork and navigating through the bureaucracy only adds to the stress of reintegrating back into society. Like many others, my post-initial employment left me without a sense of purpose. I floated between jobs and moved around the country, looking for that motivation to succeed through meaningful work and greater mission. In 2012, I was finally able to take advantage of my military benefits by going back to school for a bachelor's degree in alternative and renewable energy management, which is what ultimately exposed me to the U.S. Green Building Council. In 2013, I attended the U.S. GBC program in Florida and met Jonathan Burgess, a civilian and a longstanding U.S. GBC volunteer leader who would ultimately become my co-founder in creating the Green Veterans Group. Together, we identified opportunities to broadcast veterans' issues through this great organization. To begin with, we recognize that USGBC's mission honors the service of our veterans by fighting to sustain and protect the very country for which we fought so hard. USGBC is fighting for energy independence, for the well-being of our citizens, for social justice both domestically and abroad, and to fortify our cities and towns against disasters that impact our health and safety. Talk about synergy. This is a mission our veterans can rally around. The more we talk, the more folks we brought to the table, the more evident it was that veterans could serve by promoting these ideals to protect our families and for future generations. Doing so, alongside other veterans and civilians, helps us make connections with those in our communities who share the same vision and uniting us for a common cause and establishing friendships that will last a lifetime. This synergy also shines a light on leadership skills that veterans have developed in the military and shows our civilian friends the positive impact we can make by working and collaborating together. With great excitement and optimism, we created the Green Veterans Group in South Florida in 2013. Our focus was on reintegration, workforce development, trauma resolution, and veteran-oriented service projects. Almost immediately, we saw our ranks grow. New volunteers became new USGBC members. Organizations without a USGBC history saw and liked what we were doing and became partners. We seamlessly fit into a champion USGBC initiatives such as Green Apple Day service and the Well Building Standard. We started with hands-on educational sessions and community outreach programs. We embraced projects that provided our green veterans a pathway to help other veterans through home repairs and service projects, small and large. We've helped a number of disabled veteran homeowners with basic home repairs and energy efficiency improvements. And we partnered with Rebuilding Together to host almost 400 Home Depot executives who flew in from around the country to green and upgrade a local American Legion hall. And then the Green Veterans really started to evolve. We created a comprehensive sustainability training program, as well as apprenticeships and opportunities for meaningful work with local employers. This program has already helped a handful of veterans find jobs, and a couple of them are here in the audience today. Edel Travieso, please stand up. He is an Air Force veteran and is now working to make energy efficiency upgrades and install solar photovoltaic systems on disabled veterans' homes in Florida. Ernie Leffler, a Navy veteran, please stand up. And I, Ernie Leffler and I are utilizing our hard-won military talents to improve a vermiculture operation that takes food waste from restaurants and feeds it to worms for composting. We are also taking crushed beer bottles from those restaurants and upcycling them into stained glass windows to be installed back in those very same restaurants. An additional component of our initiative is our Green Veteran Sustainability Academy. Our first class of veterans recently finished their LEED Green Associates and BPI Energy Auditing training. As with other components of our program, we owe a debt of gratitude to a partner, and in this case, Everblue. So thank you for your help. We have lined up paid apprenticeships for the first Alpha class to provide graduates with hands-on experience with local contractors, allowing these veterans to build their resumes while making home repairs and efficiency improvements for veterans in need. Again, companies like Siemens, Solar Energy Loan Fund, and Sublime Soil have come to the table with job openings for these newly trained and experienced green veterans. I should also mention that 3 veterans in the first class has already passed their LEED Green Associates exams, and that none of them went out of pocket a single dime to attend the course which was taught by local volunteers, and that the cost of the exams is paid for by the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Like many of my fellow veterans, I suffer from a mild case of post-traumatic stress disorder. Living with PTSD can be difficult. Insomnia, paranoia, insecurity, claustrophobia, depression, to varying degrees of severity. It's real and it's daunting. Loneliness, seclusion, and remembering fallen soldiers and specific events is real. Moreover, the built environment itself can trigger PTSD through complex layouts, poor wayfindings, slamming doors, alarms, poor lighting and acoustics, and exposed wires and so forth. Similarly, the built environment can also have a positive impact on PTSD by mitigating the suffering through design strategies, proving to reduce stressors and alleviate depression while enhancing security, comfort, and access to nature. This focus is another component of our Green Veterans Initiative. As I alluded to, our Green Veterans is inspired by the USGBC's collaboration with the International Well Building Standard, which has laid the framework for stress reduction and wellness to their well building standard. Our Green Veterans are promoting supplemental strategies and security-based design, horticultural therapy, and other features meant to combat PTSD and traumatic brain injury. In conclusion, Green Veterans are growing a USGBC chapter's volunteer ranks and strengthening our community outreach efforts. We've engaged USGBC leaders across the country to help us kickstart their own Green Veterans programs and identify veterans who want to step up and take local leads. On behalf of veterans assisted thus far through our efforts, and countless more who will be helped, we would like to sincerely thank the USGBC community for embracing this new initiative. I want to close with 2 asks. First, that you reach out and have a conversation about bringing the Green Veterans Program to your local community and USGBC chapter. We stand ready to help you with tools and presence. And second, we need your help in the form of funding. In order to continue to make these important strides, in order to make an impact on our veterans' lives, we're asking for your support through our GoFundMe crowdfunding site. 100% of your immediate donation will go towards empowering our veterans to become leaders in our green building movement. Please visit www.greenvets.org and learn more about how you can make a difference. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Brian.